All right, so here we are. We're live once again on Raising Buchanan's Facebook page, and today I am joined by 2/3 of our fabulous wardrobe and costume department, Nola, Yergen, and Brian Lapham. Hello, you two.
Hello. How's it going?
I'm excellent. How are you two doing?
Good.
Surviving. Yeah.
Yeah, where are you at? Are you at your house?
No, right now we're at GCU because I have been recruited to make masks for the school.
Wow.
So yeah, we're making 20,000 masks.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look like you're in a very official place.
Yeah.
Because I've been to your place, your house before, because we did our fitting there, and it's very colorful. And you have fabric and, things hanging up all over the place. Beautiful costumes and things you guys have made. So the movie's out.
Very
Yay!
exciting.
Yeah.
So we have not gotten our DVD copies or Blu-rays yet, but I know my brother has.
Oh, good. Did you order it from Amazon?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
yeah, I did too. I think mine's coming today. I don't know.
That's the thing I got in the email was that it's supposed to show up today sometime.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be curious to see. Yeah, I'll be curious to see. It looks like a couple people got some. Tanikia, who worked on the set with us, she lives in Atlanta, but she got one. She posted a picture yesterday. Hers came yesterday, and it looks like Anthony Miles posted on Facebook today that he got one already. So people are getting them.
Cool.
So that's good. So tell me a little bit about what you guys, did on the movie. I know, obviously, but people watching don't know.
I think that the main thing that we did was make sure continuity, because when you film a movie, people don't necessarily realize that you don't film it in chronological order.
Yeah.
And so the days change, and we've got to make sure that we've got buttons up, buttons down, everything's the same from day to day, and that we've got people in the right clothes for the right scene, which I happen to have.
Oh, right.
I happen to have. This was our. It's upside down.
Oh, it's upside down.
I was wondering if you were going to bring out show and tell.
Yeah, this was our form, our giant spreadsheet that helped us keep track.
It's got all the.
It keeps going.
Yeah, it's got like all the scenes and the days, and it's got like shooting day and then movie script day and who's supposed to be wearing what, and they're all blacked out because, well, we finished.
Right, we did. As we would do it, we would cross it out. Yeah, it was. This was nuts. We're very proud of that.
Yeah, there are a lot of characters to dress, a lot of people to dress, and a lot of days. A lot of the characters appeared on a lot of the days.
Yeah.
Right. A lot of the actors did. So it wasn't like people just showed up for one day and then they left and never came back. They had multiple days on set and multiple wardrobes.
Yeah. Right. And we would keep track of the wardrobe. Yeah. Even if it was the actors' own clothes, we would keep them because actors are notorious being like, oh yeah, that's fine. I'll just keep this in my car. Oh, I brought a different car today. I don't have that. No, we don't allow that. That's
right.
Not cool. So yeah, we keep track of what everybody's wearing when, and then ultimately I choose, if people bring their own things, I choose which outfits they should wear, or we also have options for them too. So I had we had a van full of clothes every time, and we'd set up our little tent. And
I think I wore some of your clothes.
Yeah.
I think I
wore. I think you're still wearing some of your clothes.
I don't think so. I think she got all of her clothes back.
Yeah, Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got all the ones that I actually owned back then.
Yeah.
I think the boots were yours for sure, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those boots, yeah. I always wanted to own a pair of those boots, though. I'll tell you, like when I was in college, that was a thing,
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah.
right? Yeah. So I felt happy that I could, wear the Doc Martens for a little bit, that was a part of the character's experience, for Ruth, for sure. So most of the clothing, except for one character, was all contemporary, clothes that you could buy off the rack or clothes from Goodwill or someplace that was nobody was particularly fashionable in our movie. But you did have one person that you got to actually costume. So talk a little bit about that and what that costume was. And
Right. So clearly James Buchanan, who is mid 18th century,
Yeah.
was a special case. And luckily, because I have a whole garage full of costumes, I was able to pull some stuff. He brought a few options because, strangely enough, he had a few sort of period-looking things. We ended up using his pants, and then one of the jackets that I brought, I also pulled from the GCU stock, and I also looked around at other places, like I checked out Phoenix Theater and ASU for their to see if anybody had the nice frock coat. And ultimately it was one that I think I personally owned already.
Really?
Yeah, was
Yeah.
what we ended up using.
Yeah, because I think I wear it around for like steampunk stuff,
Yeah.
occasionally.
So we and then we made his cravat, his tie.
Is that what that's called?
Yeah.
Like
Cravat.
stuff.
Okay.
So we made that, and it's silk. It's 100% silk,
Okay.
and which is good because when you do a close up, this is an important thing. Yep. Then we ended up having to. We actually sewed it in place so that it would be the same every single day.
Oh.
And then we opened it up in the back so that it actually hooked on around the back of his neck, so that it always looked the same.
Yeah, because silk is slippery. So I can imagine that would cause some continuity issues.
Yeah.
If it okay.
Well, it didn't, because we thought ahead.
Yes. Well, yes, of course. You guys are good like that.
We try. So,
yeah.
We were very proud, actually, when we first saw the movie in the theater, because we were both like, okay, do we see any costuming continuity problems?
Mm-hmm.
And we came out and we're like, no.
Yay. So is that what you watched the first time? I mean, I know actors, when an actor is watching the movie back for themselves the first time, it's like all you can do is look at yourself and critique yourself, Is that the same for you? Do you just look at the clothes and the costumes? Yeah.
The first time I watched it, I really was looking at the costumes and looking at the continuity of the costumes and did this look right? Did we hit the mark? And the second time I was able to actually sit back and really enjoy the movie.
Good. And how many times have you seen it now? Just twice?
I think I've seen it like three.
I think
we've
seen it 3 times.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Because we saw the original Vimeo rough cut, and then we saw it at Phoenix Film Festival, and then we saw it at the Harkins too.
But then we also saw it with them.
Oh yeah,
so we've seen it 4 times.
Yeah, the whole crew. Yes, we've seen it 4 times already.
So you actually have seen 4 different versions.
Wow. Okay.
How about that? Well, because that rough cut that you saw was truly a rough cut, and that was long. And then the cast and crew screening, when we did that was still technically a rough cut too. That was like an hour 48 minutes, 49 minutes, something like that. And then the one at the Phoenix Film Festival was 143, and then we cut it down to 136.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. So from the very first time you saw it till now, it's probably almost 20 minutes that were cut out.
Well, maybe that explains why it just felt like it was like faster every
Yeah.
single time.
Yeah, you know, I mean, there's the script was, I think, 100 some pages. The script was pretty lengthy, and you know, Bruce has a lot of dialogue, so there was a lot of content in there.
Yes.
But it was hard to cut down because we liked all of it.
Yeah.
Bruce's
dialogue, he's so witty.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys have been really nice, positive supporters of the film and recruiting your friends and family to pre-order and get some swag. I'm pretty sure I mailed some swag off to some other Laphams around the country somewhere. So thank you for that,
Mom.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my mom got hers.
Oh, good. Yeah, I went to the mailbox today and mailed the rest of them out today. So for those of you that are watching that,
So watch your
pictures.
mail.
Yeah, watch your mail. Yeah. You know, I got to tell you, there was one person in the post office besides me who had a mask on. That was it. It was.
Wow.
It's been, I've noticed the masks have been going down in people wearing them. You know, I went out, where was I today? Oh, I had to take my car into the shop today. And there was probably, this was at the Toyota dealership. There were probably 50 people there, and I would say 10 of them had masks on, including me. I had, of course, you know.
I expect that yours is fancy. Yeah.
Yeah, this is my fancy mask. These aren't the masks we're making for GCU, but they're simpler because we're mass producing them.
Okay. Are they just going to be the ones with the little pleats and the?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. How long does it take you to make one of those?
Well, we're working with the Canyon Promotions, which is the group that they do the embroidery and the t-shirts. And so they're making sort of the base square part, and then they flip them right side out, and then we take them and we put in the pleats and we sew them all around and sew them shut.
Okay.
So I think they're ahead of us, because they're doing about 12 per 5 minutes, where we're doing like 2 for 5 minutes. Today we just started helping out this week, and so Monday we did 140, Tuesday 160, Wednesday 180. Today we've got 200. When I came in here, we had 250 done.
Wow.
So we're going up, but we're also getting more volunteers and helpers coming in and helping out. So.
Oh, that's good. So are they something, we don't need to talk about this much longer, but it seems like I can't get away from talking about it, you know, from COVID. But are they washable or reusable or? Yeah,
they're all reusable.
Okay.
Washable.
So you get one and then you can use it and wash it and reuse it, and you don't have to keep getting new ones.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Joe Gruberman is watching us. Hi, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Hello, Joe.
He says you're perfectionists.
I don't know what you mean.
I'd take that as a compliment.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So when you were watching the movie back, what was your favorite thing about it?
Well, like we were talking about earlier, the dialogue.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful. It's so funny. And then, of course, for me, I really love Buchanan was the worst president ever. Well, and I'm like, oh, it's just getting more and more true.
Yeah. There was I think Washington Post, somebody came out with a new ranking, and Buchanan was the second to the last.
Yeah.
I know. We'll see. Well, the movie's out now, and people can make their own
their own choice.
Decisions about that. In fact, Bruce is writing a little piece right now about politics and about how we had to, because it was written obviously before the 2016 election. So he's, how we had to incorporate that in some way, but obviously history's not written fully yet. So it's been an interesting thing to talk about current events and not really talk about them at the same time, like not have them be in the way of the movie. So
right, which they weren't.
No, right.
Perfect.
Right. Yeah, and I think people, no matter what side of the aisle on or what side of their their politics are, it's still funny, and it's still a funny joke. So, yeah. So, Nola, you and I met, gosh, I don't know, a long time ago on a sci-fi film.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. And I was so impressed by you. It was called Ouroboros, and it was a UAT film. Mm-hmm. And Nancy played a future version of me.
Yep.
And you made this crazy costume for her. It was made of fiberglass. I don't know what was it made out of. She was some, space traveler, and it was this hard, thick that was molded to her, kind of like superhero-y thing.
It was actually made out of garage floor mats.
Yeah. Yeah, the EVA foam.
Yeah,
the
EVA
same stuff
foam
that like cosplayers use all the time.
Yeah.
But so you can mold that?
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, we heated it up in our oven, which you're not supposed to do. And
watch our costume trip video on how to mold EVA foam.
Oh, okay. Is that on YouTube? Where is that?
Yeah.
It's on YouTube? Okay.
Yeah, we have in fact, yeah, it wasn't that one, but we actually have a video using exactly that stuff.
Okay.
And it's actually
almost the exact
same,
same kind of shape that what you were wearing.
Because I think it's the same, because we molded it over a mannequin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, Nancy looks like a mannequin, so you probably could have just dropped her right in there. It would have been perfect.
Yeah,
there were some other things too, like we did some like around the trim. We used the I forget what they call it, but it's that corrugated split tubing that you use to hide all the cables behind your TV and stuff.
Oh,
we did that on the trim. I mean, that's a common material people use, and we used it. And
I remember it had texture. It like in my memory, it had a lot of texture to it.
Yeah. Yeah, because that was the texture. Because you can do that. Because you can get plain EVA foam that has like no texture whatsoever, and then like you can get the stuff out of Walmart that has the step plate texture, and then I don't know, that was like a fine step plate or something on that one.
And we used both sides so that we had different textures for different things.
Very cool. I just remember thinking, these guys know what they're doing.
Excellent.
Yeah. And you dressed me in a very sexy lab coat.
Well, it helps that the right person was in.
Yeah, one of these days I'm going to get one of those costumes, one of those crazy, like really exciting costumes, and
I can hook you up.
Okay, I know you can. So speaking of crazy costumes, was it last year already? I feel like it was last year. You guys went down to Australia or New Zealand or somewhere down there for some competition, and you were posting pictures, and again, my mind was blown about what you guys were doing. So remind me of what that competition was and what you guys were doing there.
So that was in New Zealand, and it's called the World of Wearable Art Competition, and it's the biggest one of its kind in the world. And so we were very privileged to be finalists in the competition. And so we had to ship our costume in a box across the ocean. And then we did fly down and actually attended it also, which was really cool.
Yeah, that was a pretty wild experience.
Brian made electronic retractable wings and they lit up, which was awesome. We used fiber optic fabric, and we learned a lot. We didn't win anything.
No.
Yeah.
We were robbed. Okay. but we learned a lot, and we're hoping that maybe next year that we'll do it again. I don't know if we'll actually go to New Zealand again, but we would ship the costume, but it
Mhm.
was a different costume, of course. We've got an idea.
How long did that take you to build?
Ridiculous amounts of time.
The better part of 4 solid months, really.
It was longer than that because the corset was made before we even decided to do the competition.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah, but it was, so the corset probably took 2 or 3 months, and then the rest of it was another 4 solid, very, very busy months.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, it looked like it required a lot of time and effort because it was beautiful.
Thank you.
I should have thought ahead and found that on the website to pull up and share with people, but they can find it on, I'm sure there's, you've got your videos on Costume Trek.
Costume Trek is,
On YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is that, you have a page on Facebook too for Costume Trek or no? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So people should check that out, and it's Trek with a K.
Yes. And it's one word.
One word,
Costume Trek is one word.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Because if you search Costume Trek is 2 words, you get Star Trek stuff. And we're not Star Trek.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I wouldn't know that. Good to know. So you guys into, what else are you guys into? When you're not costuming and like, you know, getting paid for your beautiful work.
Well, we just bought a campground in Tennessee.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we just bought, so we bought 22 acres, and it has 5 cabins and a lodge and a house.
Wow.
So we're gonna be going out there next week and spending the summer fixing up the cabins and getting them up on Airbnb. And,
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's exciting.
Yeah. It is exciting, and you know, we hope to also like have it be an option filming location.
Okay.
We've actually already been talking to Sonia about maybe doing a film out there.
That would be cool. That would be
So
very
if you ever write like a horror thing or something, you want to have it at a weird summer camp out in the middle of nowhere, we got you covered.
Right.
Okay.
On a period piece.
Oh, there you go.
You know, something like colonial, something maybe set in where it's somewhere in the woods. We got the woods.
Okay. Good to know. I've got some really good actor friends that live in Tennessee. So if you ever do that, I'm going to shoot them your way. Okay. So Joe Gruberman, bless Joe's heart. Look what he just shared with me.
Yay.
Yeah. He just, now I don't think I can get it any bigger, but there it is at least.
Yep.
And he put the link in the chat for what we're doing right now. So that was cool. Thank you, Joe. I'm glad you're watching. That was awesome. Yeah, so that was the costume, huh?
That was it, yeah.
That was I mean, it's what's the wingspan of that?
It's like 12
feet.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, it really is remarkable. So okay, so Dan Gluck is here and Shelly Boucher are watching too. So hi Dan, hi Shelly.
Shelly, I missed you.
I know. Shelly's been doing happy hours with me on Fridays. We, for my studio, I've been doing happy hours every Friday with my students and my, colleagues and stuff. And so we just Zoom like this and drink and chat and laugh. And, it's nice to see, even though, it's not quite the same as in person, it is still nice to see and talk in real time with somebody,
Right.
Yeah. She says, hello, love you all.
Yay.
Yay. So, running a campground in Tennessee sounds like a pretty big next project for you.
We might be insane.
Yeah.
No, we are insane.
Yeah.
We are insane.
That's okay. I mean, I think that's all right. I mean, you gotta live life to the fullest, right?
And we'll still be here too.
Okay.
We're not moving there
to
right
Tennessee,
away. We're gonna be like ping-ponging back and forth for a while.
Okay. Yeah, it's kind of humid there,
working at GCU. I'll still find that. So.
Well, we have to do one more film at least, and I need a crazy costume.
Yes.
Raising Buchanan 2.
I did have somebody tell me after watching the film that, you know, you should do a series, like it should be a television series or something. And I was like, so what? Each week she kidnaps something, like somebody else? Like, I don't know. I'm not quite sure how.
Up with these crazy get rich quick schemes.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that might have some legs, but I was like, I don't think she's going to be, you know, stealing something or somebody new every week.
That would get old fast.
Yeah, it sure would. It sure would. So any words of wisdom or advice for young costumers, steampunkers, wardrobe people that want to get into your side of this business?
Don't do it.
No, I think that if you're interested in costuming, go for it. The most important thing is having a positive attitude and can do, and yes, I can help out, and always have options.
Yeah.
That's my big thing on set, is I like to always be able to give the director at least 2 or 3 options of looks. Now, I mean, that doesn't always work if you're doing, you know, some sort of really expensive out there costume. That's not gonna, you're like, here it is. I hope.
Right.
But yeah, otherwise options.
Yeah, for sure. Do you have a degree? Do people have to get a degree? Do they have to go to
I
school?
have a Master of Fine Arts. In fact,
Okay.
you can, well, actually, it's up
over
on,
there.
it's over on that wall.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I have a Master of Fine Arts in costume design. And
Okay. So yes,
yes.
one should go to school.
Yeah,
It helps.
you don't have to go to school, but it does help, because it gives you more of a accurate overall what you're doing, how to design, you know, what are the 7 principles of design and all of that stuff.
Oh yes, I don't know that at all.
Yeah.
Well, good thing, because I'm not in that business. Okay, so what's the best thing you do in a day in your jobs? Like, what's the best part of your day? Stumped you.
Well, I mean, I think the best thing about my job is that it is different every single day.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So I don't, you know, yes, there are aspects that I do every day that are the same. I always have to check my email and things like that, but it's always different. And people always ask, you know, the most commonly asked question I get is, well, what is your favorite project you've ever worked on? And I'm like, well, it's always the one that I'm working on right now.
Right.
Because they always get better.
Yeah. My favorite part is, like, at the last minute, the director is like, oh my God, I need this name tag or something else. I've had other things too. And it's like, I really love that, having to think creatively, like really fast, and like just literally pull something out of your butt and have it like be really cool, and have the people be like, wow, that was awesome. You did this in like, you know, 3 hours or a day or whatever like this. And to me, that's what gets me going.
That's cool. Are there you know how like filmmakers, they have 48-hour film projects and there's a 24-hour theater project. Is there something for costumes in that way? Have you ever done anything like that?
You know, I've thought about starting something like that on Costume Trek, and then I just haven't gotten around to it. There are competitions all across the country. I mean, there's competitions, obviously, like the World of Wearable Art, but there's also cosplay competitions, and there are fashion things. So there's a lot of different things like that, but mostly they aren't 48-hour challenges, because when you're dealing with something hard, like really. Costumes, like doing something in 48 hours, you're not going to get the best work.
Yeah, sure. Well, I'm just thinking we got to get something for Brian to do where the adrenaline can kick in and he can win something. Since he thrives on deadline. No,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thanks, you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Number one, on a what day is it? I don't know. Thursday.
Thursday. Yeah.
It is Thursday.
Thursday. Yeah. I truly have lost a little bit of track of what day it is these days. But anyway, thanks for joining me on a Thursday here on Facebook Live. And this video will stay up on our website. And Costume Trek with a K, all one word, is the name of their company. And that is on YouTube, right? As well as on Facebook. So you guys have a ton of fun videos and tutorials and commentary, and what else you guys have on there?
Yeah, a little bit of everything. Really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
lots of good
Yeah,
stuff.
and we even have one of the things that in closing that I just remembered, and your Brian's actually sitting in front of it, is while we were on the set of Raising Buchanan, we came up with this idea to do a video, which ended up being called Dressing a Renaissance Queen. And we actually filmed it and took it to and got into a film festival, and now we are also going to get it on some sort of streaming platform. We're not sure exactly which yet, but we've been signing contracts and stuff.
That's the one you collaborated with Terrence and Sonia on.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, very cool. Yeah. All of your work is always beautiful, and certainly on Raising Buchanan, you had a couple of beautiful items, and then lots of practical wear, which we all looked right in character on. But it's always neat to see when you have a little bit more room to be artistic and express yourselves, because you guys do it so well.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, that's very cool. Congratulations on that. And thanks for being such great supporters of Raising Buchanan. And, I'm so glad you guys were a part of the team with us. And, I know I was like, we have to have Nola. We have to have Nola. So I'm glad it worked out. And thanks for spending your Thursday afternoon with me. And again, I'm Amanda Melby with Raising Buchanan. And thanks to Nola and Brian, 2/3 of our wardrobe and costume. And is Sarah around with you?
If we talk tomorrow, she would be here with us.
Okay, well, tell her I said hello, and I haven't talked to her since she got married, so tell her congratulations on that. And hang in there, you guys, and thanks so much for joining me.
Okay,
All right,
thank
cool.
you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.